Alright, chat, this video is called 10 Things in Marvel Rivals That Piss Me Off. I could name a bit more than that, but we'll narrow it down to 10.
Hey, so there was going to be an intro skit for
Hey.
this video, but I couldn't get all of the people I wanted to record it with in time. I was going to walk into a bar, I was going to get shot, and then I was going to tell you immediately to skip to number 3 because it's the funniest segment in this video. So just imagine that all of that happened, and leave a nice comment down below about how great it was. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video.
Bro, I need to get better at tracking the Scarlet Witch's teleporting thing.
And I was going to tell
When
you...
he did this, that was so impressive to me. Also, please change that skin. Please change the skin. Hey, but if you're watching on Twitch and you get Twitch drops, watch me play Marvel Rivals, bro. What are we doing? Watch me play. I'm good at Bucky, I swear. That's me. That's the sound that I make when you hear me in the game as Bucky. I'm probably capping. I'm not that great, but I'm pretty good. Anyways. Yeah, change the skin, please. I don't want to ever see this skin ever again in my life. But my point that I was trying to say at the beginning of this is I need to get better at tracking Scarlet Witch when she's teleporting. Because look at this. He saw she was teleporting this way and instantly teleported to her.
So just
That's so fucking cool, bro. I want to be able to do that.
All of that happened, and leave a nice comment down below.
And it's not that hard, it's just having game sense, which I don't really have that much game sense when I play DPS. Not gonna lie, and I'm bad at aiming.
About how great it was. Okay, enjoy the rest of the
Why
video.
do you think I play Bucky?
Number 10, spawns. Pop quiz, dear viewer. John Marvel Rivals needs to get from his spawn point to the objective somewhere in the next 10 years. If he travels...
Because it's the best character with a gun, but you don't necessarily have to be great at aiming, because you can just fire into a crowd.
At 6 meters a second, every second for the next 4 minutes, how many penny nests is he going to need to destroy before he realizes that the file space just isn't worth it? You'll find more things you don't want to step in this game than in your average dog park. There are 8 characters in the game right now that can put something on the floor with a health bar that's hazardous towards you. And if you want to expand that repertoire and include the likes of shields, lingering damage effects, and anything else Phoenix considers offensive that's not attached to someone, then that number goes up to 20. Let me rephrase that for you. 43% of the characters in this game can put something down on the floor that you don't want to be left alone in a room with. And that's not even including how some of these bastards can put down multiple things.
Bro, they can spawn Jeffrey Epstein? What the fuck?
These bastards can put down multiple bastards who can put down multiple things. With the sheer amount of traps in this game, you really do have to wonder when they're just,
I thought that guy died.
Gonna run out of ideas for new traps. Like, how long is it going to be until we have a hero added to the game who can put down a trap that when you step in it, summons Guang Guang to your IRL location, who then just kicks you in the dick for complaining about the sheer amount of mini battle passes? Number 9, mini battle passes. I should probably go and lock the front door. Marvel Rivals is a free game. The only things this game costs you to download are half of your disk space and your sanity. With the sheer amount of stuff being added to this game every month, I genuinely struggle to recommend you a better online experience. When something is free, however...
No, for real though. The file size? Bro. Do you remember when the game was like maybe 30 gigabytes? I think now it's like 150. I'm eventually just gonna run out of space on my PC and never be able to record a YouTube video ever again, just because this game takes up too much storage.
You then become the product. And it seems that NetEase have made it their...
I swear, every time there's an update, I get on my PC and I've lost storage without using any storage.
Life goal to take the piss out of this statement in recent times. Having 1 or 2 mini battle passes a season is fine, but anything more than that is just kind of ridiculous. The free rewards all suck except for the skin, which is usually decent. The top tier skin is the only thing in the entire pass anyone ever cares about, and if there is a page 1 premium skin, then...
I don't care about any of these skins. The Hela one is cool, but I don't care about any of the other ones.
It usually falls anywhere between passable and looking like...
I think something looking shiny, I don't care about it.
It was just removed from a patient on an operating table. Like, all black and gold recolors so far have been completely free, so this premium Spider-Man skin takes the cake for the most redundant skin in the entire game. When they first started putting these together, they were just the
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But then again, I don't play Spider-Man, so I don't care about his skins. Like, there's some that I know are iconic skins, and I would get them if I even played the... Like, I've played the character one time, and it was to fuck around, because I didn't know what I was doing.
A bunch of skins that were meant to go to the shop, but no one would actually buy. And I appreciate how things are...
That might be... Like, I want to get Lord, at least, on every character. In quick play, at least. I'm not going to do that in comp, because I'm not dumb. There are some people that do that in comp. Those people, I despise you. Get off the game, please. Anyways, if I end up lording every character, that's going to be the last character that I work on. Which means it'll probably be years until they start, like, slowing down on releasing characters, which will probably be never. Yeah, Spider-Man's gonna be the last one I lord, bro.
A little bit more themed these days. But, like,
he might be a perpetual... Whatever the lowest one is. Hero? Isn't Agent the second one? I don't know.
We're pretty close to taking at the moment, so let's just bring it down somewhere towards dehydrated. What does that even mean? Number 8. Idiots. Okay, let's back up a second. Most of the heroes I like to play fall into one of these two categories. If I feel our team is lacking something and I'm not trying to get a specific clip with a specific character, I might do this thing that we in the industry like to refer to as playing the game. I don't play tanks very well, however, and there are some people who I get matched with that would rather lose the entire game than admit our team needs a little more junk in their trunk. The DPS going 0 and 15, contributing absolutely nothing to the game except for boosting the enemy's ego, really is the straw that breaks the camel's sack. Look, Spider-Man is still going to be there when you log on to the game tomorrow, okay? He's not going to go missing. You don't have to clutch onto him like he's the last e-girl in a Discord server. If that is your strategy, then I remind you that bitches love Magneto, so shimmy that mouse up the screen, boy. I really do want to enforce that...
He's not wrong. Hey, he's not wrong!
Every negative opinion I bring up in this video is so overinflated to the point where not
No girl's gonna fuck you for playing Spider-Man, bro.
even Pyrocynical would find it attractive. I really like this game. I like the way it handles characters, and I like a lot of the people I've
Take Necros as an example. You think bro's getting bitches?
Interacted with as well. But over here in England, we call a spade a spade. If you see someone with their stupidity out, you tell them to zip it up, because nothing spreads faster in a community than a strong case of duh. Number 7, the balancing. Benjamin Netanyahu seems to have Horcruxed his soul Lord Voldemort style with the Invisible Woman, because there cannot physically be another reason why they haven't given her the Human Torch treatment yet.
What did Ben Net do?
Okay, look, the balancing in this game, it's just not that bad.
Other than, you know, like, World War III, but it's besides the point currently.
Bad. And it's not worth crying about either. And I know that sounds counterproductive coming from this video, but it's just the truth. I can name you 5, maybe 6 repeat offenders that genuinely make Highguard look like a fun time. Everyone else is either fine or incredibly underpowered. At this point though, some of these repeat offenders just need to be given the whiskey treatment. That is to say, being locked in an oak barrel for 3 years with very little oxygen. Now this video is both...
You know what's confusing to me? Why did Highguard even come out? I was gonna say in general, like, why does it exist? But why now? Especially. The best hero shooter is currently on the market. Overwatch is making a comeback slowly. Why would you release that game right now? Valorant. Everybody plays Valorant. That game fucking sucks, but everybody plays it.
Being recorded and being published after the emergency patch on the 19th, and I'm happy to say that it's pretty good. Poke meta, as I think it's been known, has become just incredibly insufferable to deal with, so I'm very happy to see they are taking steps to tackle the issue. But breaking spades being nerfed? What? What's on my mind ain't the breaking spades in my pocket, it's the Q button on my keyboard. This was never the issue was how incredibly strong Gambit's ult is. This feels like exactly what they did to Daredevil at the beginning of the season, where they served him a nothing nerf burger, along with a side of none fries and no drink. Like, come on Netties, your heads are supposed to be at the desks, not up your own
A nerf
asses.
burger.
Number 6, the maps.
Knock knock! Who's there?
The door.
I really hate comparing these two games because if you like one and just want to play that one, you can do that without bitching about the other. It's not hard. But just bear with me on this one. Jeff Kaplan once publicly stated in
I get that, but Overwatch sucks in comparison. I'm not gonna lie. I even tried playing Overwatch.
an AMA that the reason
I
you
did not
couldn't
have
select
fun.
maps in Overwatch 1 was so that players who like less popular maps didn't have to play with underfilled teams or super long queue times.
I couldn't even play in voice chat. That shit was so ass.
Which I personally think has to be the single most idea I have ever seen incorporated into a hero shooter. How about making better maps? Why isn't that your main priority? This reminds me of when I was in a game design class in college and we had an external speaker come in to talk to us about how the main priority of the games industry right now is making sure underrepresented voices are heard. And after hearing that, I straight up just put up my hand and said, shouldn't the main priority of the game industry be making games? And he looked at me as if I was the problem. Most of the maps in this game are fine, but the fact that you can't select which ones you want, combined with the idea that anyone ever thought these two maps would be a valuable use of resources,
I feel the same fucking way, bro. I feel the same way.
is just disappointing. But on the topic of that, why can't we just have the new seasonal map be its own queue slot for the entire season? Why does it have to be limited time? I really like the museum and I didn't get to play enough of it, and now I'm all sad. Maybe subscribing will make me feel better, who knows?
I hated that map. I hate that map. I currently hate that map. I will always hate that map.
You should do that, by the way, because I'm doing stream challenges now, and if you appear in the chat, you get to be in the video permanently, so that's nice. Number 5, paywalled events. Nope, screw you. It's different to mini battle passes. They're different on the menu. It counts. Just the fact that NetEase has the audacity to roll around a paid version of every other free event they give us just really punches my puppies. This spot on the list includes both the 2 gacha events that we've had in recent months and any event where there is both a free and
Which, please get rid of those. Please get rid of those. Delete that and never make that a thing again. It's pissing me off. I'm pretty sure there's one currently in there right now, too.
a paid version of said event. So think, for example, the Halloween one last year with the free Blade skin and the paid Penny one. Look, I'm going to drop the facade with you for a bit and tell you that these gacha events just simply don't bode well for the future of this game.
No.
They're an idea on the intelligence level of invading Russia in winter or sending all of your wolves to exterminate every panda in China. And also medium rare chicken. As for the freemium events, all I have to add is during the recording of this video, they released the first event, which I consider to be a freemium event and a mini battle pass event rolled into one. See, look, there are 2 separate menus here. There's a free one and then there's a paid one as well. Next thing you know, they're going to be giving
And the Doctor Strange one is actually pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever use that skin because I don't really have a reason to. I got other cooler ones, but it is a cool skin.
us both skins for free, but then charging us for every mouse click. Number 4, favoritism. The sheer amount of damage Kiriko has done to the hero shooter industry moving forward is enough to fuel the careers of 1,000 video essayists for the next 20 years.
Get the Overwatch
death of
off
this
my
game of failures. Let's
screen!
not be silly about it. Be it characters they refuse to nerf, ones who get way too much attention, others who get too many skins, or characters who have all 3 of those backing attributes combined with the lead creator of said character being one of the heads in charge of the company. It has rained every single day this year so far in England, yet Luna Snow's inbox is somehow still more flooded than our drainage system. Not all rivals are created equally, even Big Abe knew this. And I'm not saying that I'd like every character to get a new piece of content on a set rotation. Variety is the spice of life. But I am saying there should at least be some standard for how content is distributed to characters. Because currently, I think the way they decide who gets what is literally just by doing this. Number 3.
No, I feel that. I feel that. And Psylocke is half of that wheel spin.
Clutter. Maybe Yankee Doodle was real, and instead of coming into town, it came all over my flipping screen, because how am I supposed to see what's going on right now? Allow me to introduce you all to the 5 characters I like to play the most in this godforsaken game. Stephen Walking, Totem of Dying, Urban Can't Fitters, Fetty Whopper, and Charlie Perk. All of these characters are able to throw whatever they've got stored in their pockets towards the enemy's general direction without giving me a generalized onset seizure. Now let's take a look at 2 of the newest characters added to the game as of recording, Machine Gun Belly and Hugh Jack Clan. In a hero shooter, you have one goal, hitting the guy over there. This becomes exponentially harder to do when you can't see anything other than your own nose, and not all tanks are visible in the fog of war. This entire argument is completely removed from the likes of 18v18 or the Times Square maps, because if you intentionally queue for those, then, well, you get what you deserve. But this button right here is the full developer intent for how you experience and enjoy this product, and it's extremely hard to do that when the silhouette of Deadpool's arse has been permanently burnt into your monitor over the course of a 2-minute game. Number 2, the optimization. Okay, 3 things to talk about here. First is about the file space, second is about the performance, and third is about why we have to sacrifice both just to play this butt-themed war simulator. So steps have actually been taken to reduce the file space of this game in recent times, but not many people know. The game was as high as 120 gigs last month, and it's now gone down to the mid-90s, but describing these steps as baby would be an overstatement. More than doubling your file size since launch is an issue more important to me than modern-day slavery. The remaining file space on my PC is so tight that not even Leonardo DiCaprio would be interested. You think I can live off a couple of crossed fingers and a dream? Put that thing on Ozempic already. The second one is the optimization, which I am actually more concerned about. I have an app.
Yeah, like I said, every time I update the game, I swear I have less storage on my PC.
Absolutely fantastic computer. I can run Elden Ring at incredibly high settings with no qualms at all. Yet booting this game up seems to blue screen my computer every other time. Not to mention how 180 FPS seems to be the standard for good computers. And for bad computers? I don't even want to know. Look, I understand that whining about that makes me sound like a little bitch, but sometimes as a YouTuber, you just have to play the game. And if playing the game is making knob jokes and crying, you can call me Lonkador. Number 1, the bot lobbies. Okay, my YouTube analytics tell me that you and I are probably about the same age. So when I say that I'm going to give you a piece of life advice, it might seem a bit strange, but just follow me on this one. Said piece of advice is, most things in life tend to sort themselves out. Have you had an argument with your mates? Give it some time. Hurt yourself somehow? Your body will take care of that. Is there a politics happening somewhere you disagree with? Don't worry, it will be replaced with another politics soon. But listen to me, look me in my mouth.
Yeah, but the problem with politics is it'll probably still not agree with you.
Is not just going to go away. In case you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, in Quick Play specifically, if you lose enough games in a row, you will be put into a lobby where the entire enemy team is bots, as in AI, as in not real. You will then roll them, feel really good about yourself, and then continue to queue again. This is the matchmaking system Marvel Rivals thrives upon. It's supposed to create a feel-good gameplay loop of carrot and stick, but it leaves me feeling dizzier than a drunk guy on a Ferris wheel. Netties have consistently shown that they are willing to go back on their word if the community asks them to, something I just genuinely have nothing but respect for. So this is something we can make them uproot from the game if we make enough fuss about it. So get out there and bloody well say something, because I will grow old and die before the collective community agrees that this here is a valuable use of the developers' time and resources.
W video. I think I agreed with basically everything you were saying, bro. I think for the most part it was just pointing out the obvious. Bro, why am I so tired all the time? And then I get into bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I don't fall asleep until like 4 because I'm not tired. Because I keep taking naps in the middle of the day. I need to sleep my schedule. I need to fix my sleep schedule, bro. Let's up those numbers. Subscribe.
Let's up those numbers!
See y'all later.